From Appleton, Wisconsin, this is APTV.
Welcome to APTV episode 499 for Thursday, July 13th, 2023.
This week we have banter, news, updates, a new face, Esterbrook Ferris wheel press, sales and discounts,
spotlights on Kobe, Leuchtturm, and LAMY Pen Cases, a contest winner, a new contest, plus nothing at the moment that is coming soon.
Woohoo!
That's not right. So welcome to our new face, Lindsay. Lindsay is one of our photographers and photo editors and happens to be my daughter. So welcome.
Thanks.
It'll be funny to see the two of us together on film because I don't think we look alike.
See, I do. I just think if you put a long wig on me, you'd see it. I think it's just the face shape. Or if you put all your hair up. If you just tie it all up on the top of your head.
Okay.
There you go.
We'll see. We'll see. The location bumper this time is the Bell Heights Shopping Center, which is where we are located. It is the new home of Anderson Pens. Food options, you're going to love both of these.
They're really good. Honey baked ham and Mindu buffet. They're real tasty. We've already gone to the honey baked ham together before, yes. And their salads and sandwiches are excellent. Yep.
Mindu buffet is your standard Chinese fare. They do have, as they're called, a buffet, which is actually really pretty good. To help combat the calories consumed at honey baked ham and Mindu, there is also what's it called? Personal Fitness Trainers, LLC. There's a fitness center here. We have Stuart Title in the plaza for your real estate needs. To mitigate the effects of life's little surprises, Kane Insurance Company is next door. And you may recall they are the ones with the Burmese mountain dog, Winston. He's huge. You could ride him like a pony.
I have not gotten to meet him yet. I want to.
And, of course, the newest addition is us.
Woohoo!
Today,
July 13th is National Embrace Your Geekness Day.
This is all yours.
You know, I don't have much for it. We're just all fountain pen geeks here. It runs in the family. What can I say?
There you go. Sunday, July 16th is National Ice Cream Day. July was designated as National Ice Cream Month in 1984. And National Ice Cream Day is celebrated on the third Sunday in July. I can get behind that.
We just bought fudge bars and creamsicle pops at home, so we're already celebrating.
Nice. I think there's a Dairy Queen trip in our future.
Oh, yeah, right around the corner here.
Yes. All right. News. We do have some news on about our website. We have upped the free shipping threshold from $50 to $59. So it went up just $9. There's been postal changes, product increases, a bunch of different things. We've put this off as long as we could. I do believe we are still absolutely in the lowest group of people who have a threshold for free shipping, so it only went up a little bit. We also have our Anderson Pens exclusive Retro 51 pens, the Chicago. I'm going to give you the Chicago. And the Palmer. They are both on sale for the month of July only. We do still have some left, and we will not be making these again, so when these are sold out, they will be gone. So for the month of July, the Chicago, which is normally $47.50, is now $40, and the Palmer was $65, and it is now $55. You have one of these, right?
No.
What?
Because I mostly have fountain pens.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Well, do you have a Chicago?
No.
All right. We'll have to take care of that.
Okay.
All right.
And just as a reminder, the Esterbrook JR Paradise line is still on sale. It normally is $175, but right now it is on sale for July only for $125. It comes in super bright colors with the cool caps and everything. I think they're super neat. They make me think about popsicles.
Well, that one looks like a creamsicle, yeah.
Yeah, creamsicle, and then you get like the blue flavor, green flavor. They don't have the fruit flavors. They're just their colors.
Yes. So just through the month of July. All right.
Eco Heat.
The TWSBI Eco Heat is back in stock and ready to ship. I didn't even pull one of those out. Other news, we had some Kaweco price changes. And this was kind of interesting, some went up and some went down.
Yeah, normally that's not the case. It's either all in one direction or the other.
So there are also a couple things that have been discontinued. So the Kaweco Lilliput in the Eco Brass Wave has been discontinued. And so when we are sold out of those, that is the last of it. They are sold out at the warehouse. So let's talk about the pen party. I hear you will be there.
I will be there. I think all of us will be here to my knowledge.
Yes.
Yes, we'll all be here. Brian will have a selection of newly restored vintage pens available at the pen party. And these will be made available for the first time to attendees of the pen party, meaning they are not now available on the website and they will not be offered on the website until after the pen party. So if any are still available. So if you want first dibs on vintage pens, you better get down here.
Normally, Brian repairs them, and then we put them on the website, and then we release them at the end of the month. But he just decided that it was maybe going to be easier for everybody and a little more fun for the attendees if we had some things that we don't even have to worry about whether or not they're in inventory or not. Whatever he has ready will be available. 4 of these we're going to show you. This is a really pretty green striated. This is a Faber-Castell, and I know that because it's marked Faber-Castell. 1950s, this is a piston filler, and I have in my notes, in big giant capital letters, it's got a flex nib. Woo! I don't do anything with flex, you do, but I
like
can't.
flex nibs.
I don't slow down enough. Gold nib, really, really pretty. The second one that we're going to show you is a German Rubidor 21. That's the model. This is, check that out.
Ooh.
A piston ballpoint from the 50s or 60s.
That's real. I've never heard of it. Is piston ballpoint a thing?
Apparently it was. And this is an amazing writer. So
I always like that stripy pattern too, all the vintage pens with those.
yeah, that's very cool. Next we have a Parker 45 Signet. This is gold, solid gold nib, and the body is gold filled. We actually have 2 of these. And then this one is kind of fun. I actually have an identical pen, so we could twin. This is a Parker 45, the Lady Gold Brocade, and it's got some engraved diagonal twisting lines. And then at the end of the barrel, you can't see it here, Justin will take a picture, there is a like a wood grain pattern.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's very cool.
I like that stripe.
So, very cool.
I'm a sucker for little details.
You are. Maybe it's because you're little.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm the littlest one who's ever been on the podcast, aren't I?
I think so. You are.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Everybody's taller than me.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles.
The Esterbrook Estie Ferris Press Nebulous Plume. We've had previous nib sizes, but we just got in the fine and 1.1 stub sizes.
Yes, and I believe they came in before we started filming. We are down to 1 left. So why don't you hold that? Okay, Vanna. Cool box. The packaging is really cool, and you get a little bottle of ink. Look at that. That's so cute.
It's cute.
Describe that. That is just absolutely gorgeous.
I mean, it is gorgeous. The Esterbrook and Ferrisville Press collaboration has created the Estie Nebulous Plume fountain pen made of gorgeous diamond cast material that is reminiscent of the swirling clouds of gas and dust that make up nebulae with a gold-plated clip.
Cool.
Definitely looks like a lot of the nebula shots you'll find. The wax-casted ring adds a touch of elegance with the gold-plated clip with star engravings, while the gold-plated clip with star engravings provides a subtle nod to the pen's name. The ink is a beautiful interpretation of the pen. The custom blended Ferrisville Press ink is a deep, rich blue that is perfect for writing letters, journaling, or taking notes. And the galactic theme box features rocket ships, astronaut animals, and stargazing.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
The name always reminds me of, is it Nebulous Prime?
Optimus Prime?
Optimus Prime, there you go.
Just not at all the same words in any way.
Nope, that's fine. Justin just totally lost it on me.
And as a note, this pen is a non-numbered limited production of just over 1,000 units worldwide. So when it's sold out, there will be no more.
So this is the very last one that we have. So if we still have it available by the time this airs, grab it before it's gone, because then we're done. Kobe inks. So I arrived in the store before Lindsay did, and I thought we'd have a little fun. And so I picked 2 Kobe inks and then had Lindsay pick 2 just to see if we'd actually pick the same ones. And we didn't.
We didn't.
So
I didn't think we would, but I thought we would have similar taste.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. So
I
that's
looked at the
yours. Blue. That's mine, and that's yours. All right. So what did you pick?
I picked out Kobe number 19 Minatogawa Lime, which is a really warm green. I've been into the warmer greens lately. For a while, I was very into like the cool emeralds, but I've been warming up to sort of summery greens. And Kobe number 4, Kitano Ijinkan Red, which is, I'd call it like a ruby red kind of tone.
Okay. I picked out Kobe number 17. I'm not even going to pronounce it.
I tried.
I know, and good for you. And number 68. This is always one of my favorite colors. Justin's rolling his eyes. That's pretty impressive.
Didn't you just paint your office something like that color?
This is similar to our AP Blue. Oh, yeah, that is similar to my office. Yeah. It's similar to Drizzle, but a little lighter. Mm-hmm. So I just like that it's really soft and muted. And, of course, let's open the box and make a lot of noise for Justin. I do like the Kobe bottles. It's got a big, wide base. I'm really uncoordinated, so anything that's not going to tip over is a beautiful thing.
I end up forgetting about what's on my desk half the time, so I have to keep all of my ink samples in the sample holder, because otherwise I will absolutely just reach across the desk and make a huge mess every time.
Kobe inks are made by Sailor for the Kobe Nagasawa department store in Kobe, Japan. The inks celebrate the beautiful and diverse people, culture, and landscape of Japan and feature a variety of stunning colors, and they do. Some are very vibrant, some are very muted. It's really a beautiful range. We carry 36 colors of Kobe ink, with many having their very own Think Thursday ink review on our blog. So there you go. I think I want one now.
They're pretty.
All right, additional spotlight. Go ahead.
LAMY Pen Cases. I like LAMY Pen Cases. I should honestly get one for myself. LAMY Pen Cases keep your pens safely tucked away when not in use. LAMY offers 1 pen, 2 pen, and 3 pen cases made of high-quality black or red leather with a smooth finish. The multi-pen cases have interior dividers that are smooth and sturdy to protect your pens from each other.
That's a key thing. It sounds silly, but to have the interior little piece that goes down, this goes down most of the way, and this way the barrels of your pens don't bump into each other.
I love the way leather smells. You ever smell a pen case? Just me?
Just you.
Great, good.
Smooth on the back, smooth on the front, and then the fold over flap has little engraved ridges. So gives you a little, I like the texture. It's a little better. Really nicely made. I like that they're big enough for almost all pens, but they're not super big and huge. They don't take up a ton of space in your messenger bag or your purse. They also make a single sleeve as well, which is kind of cool.
My Koiko will get lost in there.
Your Koiko would get lost in there.
It's smaller than the actual divider piece, so it would just disappear.
Well, you need a clip.
Well, maybe so.
There you go. I love this. I love the brick red. I knew you'd like that.
Oh, yeah.
Red's one of your favorite colors.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go.
Leuchtturm. Ooh.
Where'd they go?
I have them. I stole them.
All right. Talk about it then, since you stole them all.
This is my personal spotlight. I was told to pick a favorite, and I like the Leuchtturm notebooks.
Okay.
Leuchtturm 120 GSM specifically. The Leuchtturm 120 GSM notebooks feature 249 numbered pages of ivory-lined acid-free paper. They also come as blank and dot grid. The Leuchtturm 1917 medium-sized notebook includes an index for easy organization, 8 perforated and detachable sheets, 2 page markers, a gusseted pocket in the back, and an elastic closure. So normally Leuchtturm offers the 80 GSM, and for those of you who aren't super into paper, the bigger the number, the thicker the paper. And 80 is good for pencil and such, but for pens, for the most part, it's a little thin for my taste. We've got a tester journal that's the 80 GSM here, and I picked a page where you can really clearly see that it goes through on the other side. So a lot of that writing, you might even still be able to see it on camera. This is all on the next page, and I don't like the distraction of being able to see all the ink. Even super light colors will show through. So
sometimes it depends on how fat the nib is, how broad the line is.
I like dark colors.
Okay. You are a dark person.
But I have the 120 GSM, and even doing like brushwork and stuff, it doesn't show on the other side. I've got another ink on the back side here that you can't see, so the 120 just really works. So this is all the colors. Backside's black. So like there's a tiny bit where it's really, really thick and heavy, but I mean like the normal stuff really doesn't show through that much. It's nice.
And they do come in several colors. Right now we've got the port red, the sage green, which is one of my favorite colors. Is that the Nordic blue?
I think so.
Stone blue, Nordic blue? Nordic blue.
And this is another port.
Yes, but lined, dotted,
lined, dot, and blank.
Blank, so...
And there's also a specifically bullet journal one. That's the one that I bought.
I know.
That is all about like the bullet journaling process. So there's 2 of those that we currently have in stock in varying colors.
Pink and black.
Yeah, I think it's pink, navy blue, and black. So I think right now we have the navy blue and the pink in stock.
Okay.
Why are elevator jokes so good? They work on many levels.
All right, we had a contest last week, like we do every week, and the question was, do you have a travel pen? 1 or more pens that must go with you on vacation. Do not take any pens. Do you decide which pen or pens to take in advance, or is it a last minute, I gotta bring pens, and grab it on your way out the door? So, we had a couple people reply. Go ahead.
If I mispronounce these names, you better tell me, because I know you know them better than I do. Steve Ruckel said, on a recent vacation to the Emerald Coast of Northwest Florida, I took 3 pens in my Girologio leather case, Pilot Custom 823, Sailor 1911 Rialo, Pelican M805, and a Peniter traveling inkwell for each pen. Oh, I love those. I'm a writer and love to use these special Grail pens every day. They stay in my sling bag always.
Cool. And those all have quite a big capacity for ink. Paul Herman says, I don't have a go-to. It's probably whatever currently is in regular use. Probably an Esterbrook, to be honest, which would be a school loaner from the Fort Wayne, Indiana Community School District currently. A black SJ. Cool.
Eric Linneman says, we are going to Santorini, Greece for our son's wedding, then to Athens. Sounds super cool. So I can stand in the discus ring in the stadium and relive 35 years of throwing, followed by Sofia, Bulgaria, and Istanbul. My travel pens are a stainless steel Kaweco and a LAMY 2000 multi-pen.
That makes sense. Stainless steel.
Yeah.
Hard to kill.
Yep.
There you go. TF Jarvis Girl says, pens for domestic travels. Ooh, we've got it broken down. Retro 51 rollerball and pencil. Piston filler pens like Pelican, Leonardo, Montblanc, Opus 88 are my regular choices. For international travel, I would take my Kaweco Sport or Supra brass with cartridges and a LAMY 3-in-1 pen and a Parker 5th Avenue. Very cool.
Beth G says, I wish I was there and wish I could have stayed longer to actually...
I was there.
Oh, sorry. Beth G says, I was there and wish I could have stayed longer to actually look at everything, but I was in a hurry to get all across the state in time for the calling hours I was attending. But thank you so much for swapping my bent nib, and the Oasis notebook is perfect for what I had planned it for. I see myself buying several more for my various work projects. I brought both my LAMY All-Star and my TWSBI Diamond with me to Wisconsin, and they are sitting in my truck with me as we drive to New York City right now. Not sure I would call them my travel pens, but they're my only pens at this point.
Well, I guess they're both your travel pens and your stay-at-home pens.
That counts.
Brian Witt says, the only pen I ensure I take with me on my travels is a Fisher Space Pen, as I can count on it to work every time, not leak, and it won't leak when I accidentally run it through the laundry.
Ooh, that's important.
You've done that.
Yeah, and Michael almost did that recently too. He caught his shorts before we actually sent them through the wash. He was like, no, my pen! And it's his only pen too.
And we have a winner. And the winner is Julia Longton. And she says, I don't have a particular travel pen, but I'm tempted to start just bringing my Opus 88 pens because they have a huge ink capacity and are also good travelers anyway. I usually pick my pens at the last minute, but yes, I try to always bring some pens with me. So congrats. Julia, write to Eric at andersonpens.com. Do you travel with pens?
I do. I usually travel with only one. It's actually the Coeco that I have, the iridescent. I bought it specifically to be able to travel with it because I didn't want to risk the rest of my pens. I like my TWSBI Ecos, but I worried about them a little bit with if they cracked or anything. So this was, if it gets damaged, its plastic is not going to break my heart, but it's pretty, so I'll want to use it. And it has the tiny little cartridge in there, so it doesn't hold a lot, but I don't need it to hold a lot because I'm not doing a ton of writing on the road, but I would fill it if I was going to be away for a couple days.
And you travel quite a bit in the summer.
I sure do.
All right. We have a new contest. When traveling with a pen or pens, what sort of pen case do you use, if any? What do you use?
Nothing.
Okay.
I throw it in the little tiny pocket inside my purse.
Okay. So a single pen sleeve, a 2, 3, 5, or 10 pen case, maybe a 48 pen briefcase like Brian's been known to bring. Yeah. I think some of his are 96, but those are for shows. Maybe just throw some pens in a bag and hit the road. Let us know in the comments section below. And then
one commenter will be chosen at random to win a $20 credit on his or her Anderson Pens account.
Excellent. We're going to talk about our 500th episode. I don't know what the creative team has planned.
Neither do I.
And it scares me a little. They've mentioned a few things, but for us, 500 is a big deal. I remember when we hit 100, 200, we did 250. I don't know that we made a huge big deal about 300, but 500 sounds like I should retire.
I remember when you guys started the podcast in the house.
Oh my God.
I know you've grown, but it was cool that you guys had this thing that you were going to do and you had your own offices and the whole setup space and everything. I thought it was a really neat idea, and getting to watch it change from every setup was really fun.
I remember the horrible, horrible big heavy headphones. And this was almost 10 years ago. And those suckers were heavy and they made my ears hurt. Mm-hmm. But next week we will be celebrating our 500th episode. And I believe we're going to have Brian, myself, Steph, Eric, and Lindsay all together. I don't know how we're going to do that. That'll be fun. And so please definitely just join us.
You can check us out on social media as Anderson Pens. You can like this video and subscribe to our channel because it really helps us out.
There you go. Thank you.